Hi everyone, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. So today is part 2 of my Christmas 2020 book haul. In the last video I said that I had 12 books in all to show and that hubby had bought me 11 books and the 12th one was a book that I had bought myself. I can't count because actually hubby bought me 12 books and I bought one myself. So I have 13 books all in all to show you. Previous video I showed you 6 and in this video I'm going to show you 7. So without much further ado and before my head explodes, let's dive in. So the first book I've got to show you in this part is The Dry by Jane Harper. Who Really Killed the Hadler Family? This is a crime novel and it's so up my street. I shall read you the back. I just can't understand how someone like him could do something like that. Australia is in the grip of its worst. I shall start again. I'll need to edit that out. I just can't understand how someone like him could do something like that. Australia is in the grip of its worst drought in a century, and it hasn't rained in the small country town of Kiwara for 2 years. Tensions in the community become unbearable when 3 members of the Hadler family are brutally murdered. Everyone thinks Luke Hadler, who committed suicide after slaughtering his wife and 6-year-old son, is guilty. Policeman Aaron Falk returns to his hometown for the funeral of his childhood best friend and is unwillingly drawn into the investigation. As questions mount and suspicion spreads through the town, Falk is forced to confront the community that rejected him 20 years earlier, because Falk and Luke Hadler shared a secret, one which Luke's death threatens to unearth. And as Falk probes deeper into the killings, secrets from his past bubble to the surface as he questions the truth of his friend's crime. This sounds incredible, and I've just seen at the bottom of the blurb that an audiobook is available, and I think that would be amazing in audio. I may have to check it out because, yeah, I've gotten quite into audiobooks recently. But I can't wait to get to this anyway. It sounds amazing. So the next one, again, is one that's really up my street. I have subscribed to this incredible woman on YouTube, and she is hilariously funny but very educational, and I think she's just fab. It's Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by Caitlin Doughty. This basically is lessons from the crematorium. Caitlin Doughty is a mortician and she burns dead bodies. What more can I say? From her first day at Westwind Cremation and Burial, 23-year-old Caitlin Doughty threw herself into her curious new profession, coming face to face with the very thing we go to great lengths to avoid thinking about. She started to wonder about the lives of those she cremated and the mourning families they left behind, and found herself confounded by people's erratic reactions to death. Exploring our death rituals and those of other cultures, she pleads the case for healthier attitudes around death and dying. Full of bizarre encounters, gallows humour and vivid characters, both living and very dead, this illuminating account makes this otherwise terrifying subject inviting and fascinating. And for that reason, I can't wait to get to this. If she writes in the same way that she carries herself off on her channel, I think this will be a joy to read, and I have heard really good things about this, so soon I will be reading this. I can't wait. So the next one is one that I've heard good things about again. To date I've only read one book by this author, but it was a book. Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo. This is Soldierists by Bernardine Evaristo, and I have heard, like I say, really good things. I must say I'm rather embarrassed to admit that before Girl, Woman, Other became a thing and it jointly won the Booker Prize, I had barely heard of Bernardine Evaristo, and I feel that that's wrong. I should have known about her work before, because her writing's glorious, and I can't wait to get to this. Meet Stanley Williams, single, in his 30s, grieving the death of his Jamaican father and wondering if there is more to life than his 9-to-5 banking job in a sky-high glass menagerie. Enter Jessie O'Donnell, barmaid, former singer come comedienne, and desperate to get into her rusty Lada, Neva, and hit the freeway across Europe. The unlikely pair begin an electrifying odyssey that weaves in and out of history, colliding with the forgotten heroes of Europe's past, Shakespeare's mysterious Dark Lady of the Sonnets, Pushkin and his Ethiopian great-grandfather, and the mixed-race Alessandro de Medici of Florence are all ready to have their voices heard, and Stanley and Jessie do what they can to hang on for the ride. A bouncy, touching novel about the search for love and belonging, and that's a quote by The Times. I can't wait to get to this, because I need more Bernardine Evaristo in my life, and yeah, I'm excited. So this is pretty like crime heavy, this haul, to be honest. Catching a Serial Killer by former Detective Superintendent Stephen Fulcher. There was a TV show called A Confession on, I want to say it was ITV, I think the latter part of last year, and it's about the hunt for the murderer, Christopher Halliwell, who is a prolific killer, and he killed young women. On the evening of Saturday, the 19th of March 2011, Detective Superintendent Stephen Fulcher received a life-changing call that thrust him into a race against time to save a missing 22-year-old girl. What followed was an intense investigation and a cat-and-mouse pursuit that led Steve to the discovery of 2 bodies. Catching a Serial Killer is a thrilling and devastating look at the real-life murder case and potentially one of the UK's most prolific serial killers. There are sort of theories that he also, Christopher Halliwell, also is guilty of the murder of Claudia Lawrence, who was the chef who went missing, I think it was 2009, missing without any trace. Absolutely terrifying. If you've not watched the show, absolutely give it a go. Imelda Staunton is in it. Martin Freeman, I'm fairly certain, was in it. Yes. And Joe Absalom, who used to be in EastEnders, plays Christopher Halliwell, rather terrifyingly. I do look forward to getting to this, because I love a bit of true crime and the ABC of how the police caught the criminals, all that kind of thing. So I'm excited to get to this one. So the next one is a horror novel, and I can't remember why this was on my Amazon wish list, because it's my Amazon wish list that my husband asked for to get my Christmas presents. So he got it, and I got lots of lovely books. I think this may have been in a haul that Cameron Chaney did on his channel, and it just sounded amazing. And I can't wait to get to this. It will probably be one that I will save for October, because it is sort of spooky book. When Anna Logan agrees to go on holiday to Thailand with her estranged sister Rachel, she hopes it will be a way for them to reconnect after years of drifting apart. But now, stranded on a seemingly deserted island paradise with no radio and no food, reconciliation becomes a desperate fight for survival. For when night falls on the forgotten island, the dark secrets of the jungle reveal themselves. Something is watching them from the trees, something ancient something evil, combining the cosmic horror of H.P. Lovecraft with the grimy sensibilities of the video nasties. Forgotten Island is an outrageous old-school horror novel packed with mayhem and violence. Who doesn't want a horror book with all of that? And it looks terrifying. It just does. So, the next one that I'm going to show you is the one that I purchased myself on New Year's Eve. It was on a trip to pick up some booze and nibbles for the evening from Tesco's, and when I saw this, there was not even any kind of should I, shouldn't I. It was in the trolley and I brought it home. It is A Guide to Changing Your Life for Good by Tina Turner. Happiness Becomes You. It's a self-help book, and I'm there for it because it's Tina Turner. I mean, it's Tina. Everybody loves a bit of Tina. Tina Turner, one of the world's most beloved performers, reveals the joyful wisdom behind her inspirational life story in this powerful guide to finding happiness, hope, and love in your own life. In Happiness Becomes You, A Guide to Changing Your Life for Good, Tina shows how all of us can overcome life's obstacles, even change the impossible to possible, and transform our lives. She explains how we too can realise our dreams, empowering us with spiritual tools and sage advice to enrich our unique paths. For decades, Tina Turner has shone brightly as an example of someone who can generate hope from nothing, break through all limitations and achieve success that endures. Drawing on the lessons of her own experiences, rising out of sorrowful lows and stratospheric heights, Tina illuminates the practical principles of Buddhism and how, since 1973, they've helped her elevate from despair, adversity and poverty to joy, stability and prosperity. Now, Tina offers the wisdom gained throughout her extraordinary life in Happiness Becomes You, making this the perfect gift of inspiration for you and those you love. And it's Tina. And I'm going to read this in 2021, and it's going to be all kinds of lovely, and I can't wait. And the idea of Buddhist teachings, it really appeals to me. I don't follow religion, and I'm not sure that Buddhism is a religion. I might be wrong. I think it's more of a way of thinking and a way of being. And if I was going to choose any sort of tag, I would say that I would prefer to live a Buddhist life and a Buddhist existence, because kindness and love and friendship and, it's what we all need, and it's how we all should be, and I can't wait to get to this. So the last book in this haul is another sort of true crime type thing, but from the perspective of the forensics of the thing. And this is Written in Bone, Hidden Stories in What We Leave Behind by Sue Black. I cannot wait to get to this. Sue Black is a forensic scientist, pathologist, and she is an expert in her field. I think she's from Dundee, where I'm living now. I might be wrong, but I'm fairly certain. Let's have a look and see. It doesn't say. I'm probably wrong then. Our bones are the silent witnesses to the lives we lead. Our stories are marbled into their marrow. Drawing upon her years of research and remarkable experience, the world-renowned forensic anthropologist, Professor Dame Sue Black, takes us on a journey of re-evaluation. Our bones are the silent witnesses to the lives we lead. Our bones are the silent witnesses to the lives we lead. Our stories are marbled into their marrow. Drawing upon her years of research and remarkable experience, the world-renowned forensic anthropologist, Professor Dame Sue Black, takes us on a journey of revelation, from skull to feet, via the face, spine, chest, arms, hands, pelvis, and legs. She shows that each part of us has a tale to tell. What we eat, where we go, the things we do, all these leave a trace, a message waiting patiently for months, years, sometimes centuries, until a forensic anthropologist is called upon to decipher it. Some of this information is easily understood, some holds its secrets tight and needs scientific cajoling to be released, but by carefully piecing together the evidence, the facts of a life can be rebuilt limb by limb, case by case, some criminal, some historical, some unaccountably bizarre. Sue Black reconstructs with intimate sensitivity and compassion the hidden stories in what we leave behind. It's so up my street and I can't wait to get to it. So hopefully I'll be able to read all of these in 2021. My throat is now getting quite sore, so I will stop soon. I'll let you get back to whatever it is you're doing, and I hope it's something that you're enjoying. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye bye.